Good morning, traders. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am your host, and God bless this morning. We'll be watching the volume spike indicator. I'm not seeing much happening this morning. It could be a tough pre-market. We'll see. So we'll be watching these volume spikes to see if they take off. And once we see one taking off, we will come over here and check the current bar volume and make sure we have enough volume to get in and get out safely. And what I mean by that is this number needs to really be moving fast, not just poking along. Once we see this volume really taking off, we come down here and we look to see that we have these white arrows in there, which are indications of a pullback. Once the price takes off, I will be marking support and resistance level. That would be a resistance level. This would be a support. We try to plan our entry down here on the support level for the bounce back up, but not before confirming that we have green bars in the dominator master down here. This is our volume indicator for buyers and sellers. If we have some tall green bars, then we would plan our entry according to the price movement on the chart, and I'll walk you through that as it happens. Down here's our my blessing indicator. We want to make sure that these two lines, this white one is the trend, this one is the buyers and the sellers. The white one moves slowly. This one moves really rather quick. This yellow line is the average between the high volume and the low volume this morning. Never trade off of my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. Delays can cost you money. I'm also not a financial advisor. I am not licensed. I build indicators and teach you how to use them. So before you make any trades or do any clicking or anything like that, make sure you reach out to a professional licensed financial advisor before you decide to make a trade on anything I say, do, or show you. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hopefully we'll get some movement here. We still have about 2.5 minutes to go before market open. We'll see what's happening. I did notice Pixie moving around a little bit, KWE moving around a little bit, but that's about it, and they pulled back since then, so we'll just have to see what happens at the open. So enjoy your coffee while we wait a couple minutes for the market to open. I think we have the jobs report and the interest rate this week. That could keep things a little quiet. It was a tough start yesterday evening, so we'll have to just play it as it happens. Hopefully we'll get one or two plays in here and get blessed this morning. If you're new here, this is our pre-market scanner. This is the one that you can set up on ThinkorSwim by using the after hours pricing. This one is a custom pre-market indicator scan. I coded it myself to take into consideration of the stocks that were moving in yesterday's after hours trading. OSG moving this morning. Let's see what happens there. That's QSG. About 15 seconds to go. Make sure your chart is on EXT in your active trader or you won't get a trade in. And here we go. Looks like we're taking off on QSG right off the start. See if some other buyers will find it and drive it up. Not moving very quickly. Slowly moving up and down. Tall wicks on the top are not a good sign. There's a lot of sellers selling as it's rising. See if we can get a pullback play out of it and catch it down here on support somewhere. Volume is not very high on this stock. Let's see if we get a pullback play out of it, see how far it pulls back, and hopefully doesn't drop everything it just gained. We get a long wick on the bottom of this red candle. That means the buyers are buying up what they're selling, and the price will most likely go back up. We don't get a long wick on the bottom, I'll be marking the support level, but make sure you confirm we have green bars down here before buying into this stock. There's that long wick on the bottom of that red candle. Let's see if they drive the price back up. Not looking too hopeful. I'll mark support right here. Not enough buyers to drive it up. Let's take a look at KIT while it's spiking. It's a cheaper penny stock moving up. If you are a penny stock player, this would be the one for you. Let's see if we get a pullback at this area. That would be the resistance level. Watch for a long wick on the bottom of this candle. Don't let this volume numbers fool you. This stock is so cheap, people have to buy thousands of shares to make any money. So this looks like a lot of volume, but in reality, it's not. That's the support level. Let's see if they push it back up. It's only paying a penny or two. Keep that in mind. They did push it up for a penny. So this would be your pullback play if you've never been here before. The price rises, I mark resistance, then I mark support, then we watch for green dominator bars. This indicator is pointing north, and the buyers come back in and drive the price up. Always confirm that the volume is nice and flowing. A new high for KITT. Pushing up for a total of 3 pennies. Maybe a possibility for another pullback. We'll see if it happens. Kind of a cheap stock to try to play a double pullback on. Looks like it still wants to go up a little. I'll go ahead and mark resistance. When this candle finishes pulling back, I'll mark support. Let's see if the buyers come back in to buy it up again. Watching for a long wick on the bottom. That candle did close. Not expecting this double pullback to happen. Well, what do you know? It did happen on this penny stock. We're back up to 37.42. So buyers did step back in to drive it up a little bit higher to a new high of 37.53. That would be 0.3753. If you're new here and you don't know why my candles are red and going up, it's because my candles are the master scalper setup that I have, and one of the indicators is not absolutely correct. So you may see some red candles going up, but it's letting you know that this indicator is starting to pull back. So it's kind of like an early warning. Yes, we're up here, but we could sell off. Now that indicator's back green, and so is the candle. Buyers coming back in for a new high at 0.3979. Well, I hope this isn't our best play of the morning. Still rising, maybe a new high. New high of 40 cents. Now 41 cents. Got to be careful on these cheaper stocks. Somebody could sell 50,000 shares in one drop because they're buying that many. Pushing on up for another new high of 41 cents. I think that's about as straight up as I've seen a penny stock run in a while and hold the price. Normally we have a 4-inch red candle right beside that. I'm watching these percentages. Let's move on to the next one. If you're into this stock, you trade it off of your screen. I'm moving forward. Nothing else moving. I'll go back to it and keep an eye on it. Nice job, Pro Dollar. All right, back to watching percentages. Take a look at Mara. Mara has some movement. So as these stocks move each morning, make a personal watch list and keep them in that watch list to monitor them through market open at 8:30 Central Time. Kit's pulling back now. Well, I hope you all said your prayers this morning. It looks like it's going to be a tough one. Not seeing any volume spikes moving whatsoever in either watch list. So enjoy your coffee while we wait. Those are pullback arrows. Once a price rises, for instance here, and pulls back, you will get a white arrow for the next run up if everything matches up in the indicators. You won't get a sell arrow though. That's going to be up to you to get out when you need to. So if you've never been here before, we don't go looking for stocks. We wait for percentages to pop up. We follow the buyers and the sellers, and we can find them by monitoring volume spikes. That's what this indicator right here is doing. It lets us know when the buyers are attacking or selling a stock. This is pre-market, so I don't have the red ones showing. I blocked them out for pre-market because we mainly buy stocks going up. So I cleaned up the watch list a little bit just by not showing those red ones going down because they'd probably fill the chart up this week. Yesterday we did manage to get a couple of stock plays in. Hopefully that'll happen again this morning. And this word up right here that you see, everything up here is coded by me. Every indicator except for this purple line, that is the 34 EMA. And I use it as a trend indicator. It's really respected by stock price. And you will see that as we continue this morning. If the stock runs up and pulls back, it usually pulls back to this 34 before the next run up. And you never short stocks above the 34, and you never buy them below the 34, or you're going to be in trouble. So you get a pullback indication here, you would buy up in this area. And this up simply means there's an arrow on the current candle. Take a look at KITT. Looks like it's trying to move up, and it did. A little bit late on it. Sorry about that. I've got too many charts to look at. That penny stock moving again. You notice this 34 EMA is trending upwards. The price is above it, responding nicely. Nothing in the magic scan yet. That should tell you something. Usually this scan has 2 or 3 in it. And what this scan's doing, it's monitoring the movers this morning, and if they're worth storing, they're going to come in here. Going to move over to Pixie. Looks like it may be making a move or trying to get above that 34. Not enough volume on Pixie. You can see that right up here. We don't hardly have any volume whatsoever. Pixie is moving up slightly. We are now above the 34, but we don't have a lot of volume. I'll take a look at GME. I have it on the charts over here. I was watching it earlier this morning. GME trying to move up. Very low volume on GME. Not time to play it. Or you may be stuck holding it for hours. AKAN moving up slightly. Long wick on the top is not a good sign. Watching the volume. Don't see a rush of buyers coming in. Don't see any tall green dominator bars. This indicator looks fairly good. Red dominator bar, those are sellers. Good morning, Jimmy. Very slow morning so far. Only KITT, a penny stock, moved up for us. And then the market went back to sleep. If this is your first time on YouTube, I do this stream live every morning, 5 days a week for 1 hour, starting at 5:55 to 6:55 a.m. Central Time. I try to get you a couple of plays in each morning, and sometimes it just don't work out. This morning may be one of those. So tune in each morning, have some coffee, make a few dollars with us. If you like what you see, hit the like button on the video on YouTube. It helps keep my ratings up. keeps these live streams going for you. YouTube pays me a little bit of money if you hit the like button. If you don't, then I'm in trouble. If you're interested in joining our Discord, you can join it for free at the top. Just hit that label up there at the top of the chat box, white and yellow. You can join for free. If you like what you see, you can upgrade in our Discord and get all of the scans, all of the indicators, except for the premium ones. We have 2 premium indicators that are a separate purchase, but the majority is free, and I also post free indicators as well. But right now, I just want a stock to move. Need to pay for this coffee I'm drinking. You are welcome, John. Thank you for your like. Thank you, Dara. AKAN, don't know where these people came from, but we have a green candle and a white arrow. It means it's going to push up. Don't know how far it's going to push up. The volume is very low. How you like that 34, Mr. Telly? It's a very good tool. Another white arrow, possibly gonna push up a little higher. Well, it went away. We need volume. We don't have the volume to drive it up. That's the problem. This could have just been a couple of buyers thinking, okay, this is it. It's going. I'm in. And now they're thinking about their decision. Got to always check this volume. This is the current candle volume. We want to see the buyers come in and just take over this stock. And that's when we want to ride it with them. Chad, I'm not reading your mind. I'm reading the charts just like you. I'm not that good, Chad. I'm a married man. The wife does all the mind reading. That's why I stay in trouble. It's not my 34 EMA. That thing's been around for many ages. It just works. But thank you. Well, we're back to sipping coffee. I'm not seeing any volume spikes. Very slow morning. I guess we can't have it good every day. We've had some really good weeks in the past. Really some unbelievable weeks at times. CMND moving on a spike up. Let's see if we can get a play on it. I'll go ahead and mark that resistance level right there. Mark the pullback. I'm going to take a shot at it, I believe, and see what happens. Hopefully I'll make 10 cents or something like that. Pay for this cup of coffee. Come on, buyers. We need buyers. There's a long wick on the bottom. Going to push up a little bit. Looks weak. I'm going to get out right there. I wanted a breakthrough. I didn't get it. I did make 40 bucks, though. I did pay for my coffee. It still may go up, so don't let it fool you. We'll continue to watch it. There's a support level. Let's hope we stay above it. There's my $40 profit right there. Just to prove to you I really do trade. Maybe pushing up here. I see the volume picking up now. Needs to break that $1.23. We did break the $1.23. Let's see if they can push it up even higher. I'm not liking this indicator down here pointing north, pointing south, though. This is weakness. So not looking too good on this one. I like to show my trades every now and then. I've had a couple of comments. Do you really trade? Are you faking everybody out? Even though I do this right in front of everybody, there's still some non believers out there. It's okay though. They're the ones missing out. You guys know it works. So that was weakness. I'm glad I got out of that stock. Good job, Hurricane. Thank you, Fumagoo, for that compliment. I think I'm the only one brave enough to actually do it in front of everybody. Everybody else wants you to watch their videos. Watch this. So if you're new here and you don't know who I am, I've been trading since 1990. And I'm a ThinkScript coder. And I write my own scripts according to what I want to see in the market. And I know it's all about an auction. And you have to attend the auction if you want to participate. So I watch for buyers and sellers in that auction and play the numbers accordingly. AKAN, I'll type it back in. Are we moving? Let me look at it here on the chart. No, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just bouncing around. So CMND was a no-go. GME is slowly making its way up there. Let's take a look at it. Under low volume, I first looked at it right in here. The buyers are slowly coming in, pushing it up. Maybe take a very small position and ride it out. Good morning, YouTube, and nice trade. Yeah, I'm thinking probably 100 shares and sit on it. But don't let me talk you into it. It is above the 34. It does have two pullback arrows. Actually, three. One of them is below the 34. You cannot refresh the watch list faster. It's all preset by Schwab. But you really don't need it to. Very little changes within 5 minutes. I mean, it could change a lot if you're scalping, of course. But that's why we trade in groups. Everybody's watching these two scans. At least I hope they are. And if your scan refreshes before mine, type it in the chat window so we all can catch up. Because sometimes my scans will refresh before yours, sometimes yours before mine, and that eliminates a lot of that refresh time. And that refresh time is anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes. I actually think it's random. GME is definitely a wild one. Just Shab, does TGL have volume? It does have volume, but it's pulled back. Numerous red candles. But that don't mean it's not going to run. Let's keep an eye on it. And thank you for posting that, Just Slab. Not looking so good yet. Magic scan still empty. I don't like an empty magic scan. I like it stocks to be building up in here. Is mine not working? Let me refresh my magic scan and see what's going on. I did have trouble with the pre-market risers custom this morning trying to get it to load. I actually had to restart the whole computer. Nope, I'm not showing anything in Magic Scan. Of course, my settings might be a little bit stricter than yours. Yeah, maybe you didn't upgrade your magic scan. I like to keep the tolerances pretty tight on it so we don't get any false run-ups. All right. I don't know. Yeah, CMND kind of tricked me earlier. Kind of just moving around now. Faked me out right up in here. But I got out in time. Watching the volume up here for volume increase. Watching for green dominator bars to come in. Preferably tall ones. This indicator looks okay. It's above the yellow. Here's a taller dominator bar. Buyers are trying to push it up. Volume is slowly clicking. They're not really attacking it yet. I think you're going to find that all of the stocks really do play around that 34. It's highly respected. Looks like they want to drive it up, but there must be some sellers up there at that $1.20 level. If you don't know how to put in a moving average, I'm going to do it one time, so please follow along quickly before we lose a trade. I'd rather trade than teach, but here we go. Edit studies. Over here, you want to type in EXP. You want to click this moving average exponential twice, and it'll move over to here. Once you get it here, click the gear icon on it. Change this number to 34. I do the width down here at 2, and the color is that purple color down here on the bottom. Hope that helps you. It's not anything I coded. It's just a moving average that comes with ThinkorSwim. AKAN crossing the 34. Not enough volume in it to make it worth the trouble. KITT's wanting to climb a little. Take a look at KITT. It's kind of just floating to the right, channeling, squeezing, consolidating. Pick the word. Watching the volume increasing here a little bit. Yeah, I see CMND bouncing up. So from $1.18 to $1.27, it looks like. $1.26. Looks like the volume is dying off. Shorter bars. This indicator looks good, like it may push upwards. It is going to push upwards up to $1.34 on a spike. You would have never caught it. A lot of sellers up there in that area. See if the buyers can buy it all up and push through it. Tall dominator bar beneath the chart. Pulling back. Let's see if the buyers can overcome the sellers. See if we get a bounce back up here. I'd like to see it retest $1.20. And then shoot to the moon. Retesting that $1.20. Not looking too promising. The volume is dying off. Well, YouTube, I tried to get you another play in here before I let you go. It just didn't happen. But I appreciate you joining me this morning. Tune in again tomorrow. We'll give it another shot. See if I can't put some money in your pocket. I appreciate you joining me this morning, and I hope the Lord blesses your trades. And as always, God bless. I will see you tomorrow. And don't forget to hit the like button, please. It helps me make 5 cents. God bless.